Musketeer, present your piece. Have a chair! Good! Fire! Gary, turn to the right.
Musket demonstration! Run towards the gunfire.
We can make it a lot louder. We want to. What time does it go off? We don't have one yet. We will. Come back next year.
I apologize for the people in the front. I'm going to be very loud so people in the back can hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see before you is a squadron of musketeers. Now when you think of musketeers, certain imagery comes into your mind. With that imagery in your head, I want you to look at these musketeers. And can anyone tell me what might be missing? Very good, swords. Because unlike our French counterparts, these are not the sons and daughters of gentlemen. They have not been trained in the sword since they were wee high. These are but simple farmers plucked from the field. When I only have 2 weeks to train a soldier, I'm not going to worry about anything they don't need. They'll be given the sword, George, that tells everyone else, hey, this is a soldier. However, they will use it as a tool. They will hammer in tent stakes. They will cook their food. They will cut firewood with it. But their primary concern is why they are called musketeers. That is the musket. Specifically, it's the Matchlock Musket, the height of firearms technology in the 16th century. It's called a matchlock because of the piece of burning cord they have there in the hand. That is usually cotton or hemp rope that has been soaked in a solution of saltpeter. So when ignited, burns very hot, about 600
Just
degrees.
fair warning, they're going to pivot
We
and
have
be
blacksmiths
shooting
that
this
when they get
kind
burned
of
by one of these
direction,
matches,
so you
will
will
still
get
jump,
smoke in your
even
face
though they
if
can
you sit
also get
there.
burned by coal and hot metal all the time. This is a very simple weapon to operate. Again, farmers from the field. So there are only 21 steps in the loading and firing of this weapon. And it's taught to them through the pages of a picture book. Most farmers can't read or write. Therefore, they look at the pictures to know how they're supposed to stand and the actions they're supposed to take. The first step, they will handle their piece. They will then open their pan. Clean out their pan. You always know a musketeer because their thumb is black. They will then handle their prime and prime their piece, pouring a small amount of very fine gunpowder into that pan. They'll then close their pan. And because they've got that 600-degree coal that's going to ignite that powder, we need to make sure that we get all the powder off the top of the pan so we can cast off loose cords and blow off loose cords. Cords being another name for the grains of gunpowder. They will then cast about their piece. Gives them some access to the muzzle. They'll then handle their charge. Now you notice 3 of my musketeers went for the wooden bottles across their chest. This is their bandolier of charges. Each one of those wooden bottles has enough gunpowder for 1 shot from the musket. It is a pre-measured charge. Again, farmers from the field. The less thinking they have to do, the easier and safer my job is. The dragoon on the end, however, is using a paper cartridge. This is because she rides about the battlefield on horseback. She does not fight from horseback, so she's not cavalry. what she'll do is get from one place to another, dismount, and fight as a musketeer. However, if she were wearing a bandolier and on horseback, she'd have black eyes from here to Sunday. Some paper cartridge instead, much nicer on her face. They'll then charge their pace. If they are loading a lead ball at this point, which they are not, they'd take one from the pouch at their side, or more often just spit one down the barrel because they've been carrying it around in their mouth. They don't understand the dangers of lead poisoning back in 1589, and it's much easier to spit around down your mouth than have to fumble around in that pouch while someone's shooting at you. So, they'll then draw forth our scouring stick, ram home our charge, seats everything good and tight down at the bottom. They'll then recover their scouring stick and replace it. Very important step. Don't get me wrong. You can fire the scouring stick. It makes an excellent projectile. It's a rather awkward weapon. The awkward part is having to go across the battlefield and politely ask for it back. We don't want any shishwaps. We make sure we put it back. They'll then recover their piece. They'll take forth their match and blow it well. Just get all the ash off of the coal there and make sure it's good and hot. You'll see it glow orange there. They'll then cock and try their match, placing in the jaws of the serpentine and make sure that the serpentine is going to hit the proper place on the pad. It is at this point that they are ready to fire, so I'll turn them in a safe direction. Musketeers, by the right hand, wheel about the center. Then they wait for the command to present your piece. Have a care! Give! Fire! Now, good musketeers are expected to be able to perform all those steps 3 times in a minute. That's once every 20 seconds. Now, obviously, they can't do that while I'm saying open your pad and close your pad and all that. So that's where my job gets very simple. All I need to say is, musketeers, make ready your pieces. And then have a bit of a nap is key. Very good being the officer.
I'm getting better. Art. I'm getting slower.
Present your piece. Have a care! Give! Fire! Now, musketeers, make ready your piece. You notice through all that drill, the butt of the weapon never touches the ground. This is very important because musketeers are expected to be able to reload while on the move. That's because they're only one small part of the 17th century, 16th century battlefield. Their job is to keep up a high rate of fire to protect our pikemen. Our pikemen are the gentlemen armed with a 20-foot spear. That's all the range they have. They're much better hand-to-hand combat fighters than musketeers, because musketeer, once he's out of ammunition, only has this club. The pikemen carrying heavy armor, the pike, the heavy spear, and the sword, and they know how to use it. So it's the musketeer's job to get him into hand-to-hand combat. To do that, we do what's called fire by advance. You imagine 3 more musketeers behind each row of these. A total of 16. The rear rank will be called to the fore. They will fire a volley, as you just saw, then immediately begin to reload. The new rear rank will come forward and do the same. So you're slowly leapfrogging towards the enemy. So all the while, the pikemen are at the charge pike and advancing slowly towards the enemy. I'll show you how this works. Musketeers play the left hand, double your ranks. Rear rank, advance to the fore. Present your piece. Give! Fire! Rear rank, advance to the fore. Present your piece. Give! Fire! Musketeers, face your body by the left hand. By the left hand, double your fire. Musketeers, salute! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. In a few short seconds, the matches will be out. The weapons will be safe. If you want to come up and take a closer look, ask any questions, see what the weapons are all about, please feel free to do so.